adventure. We got a top flow. I can say you're my what you share. Anytime I'm a steps, fucking tiny. Taka one, but just that tag. To the style, you know we don't papa. Keep on a vapala, vachenga vatala, makampala. Yeah, come over the cat to Katali. We push and stay strong like Netabi.
Okwa Mitro handed Namibia, land of the braves. How are you doing? Listen, so last time out I was being scolded saying, NSK, hope me to Africans and your Tamara, you must include everyone. So I'm gonna try. Malala po. Koranawa. Don't worry, I'll do better. When it comes, I must throw it in there. The gentleman that we are about to bring you in is a gentleman that is a true definition of a Namibian. Okay, he's a gentleman that understands this industry inside out, from music to film, to commercials, to print, to TV, to advertising, to marketing. Oh my goodness, it's endless when it comes to this gentleman. When it comes to talent, when it comes to seeing talent and unearthing talent and just breeding talent, and when it comes to giving opportunities to the next person. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that we talk about something else, and today we're going to talk about the film, the marketing, and the money that needs to come with it. All right. Once again, my name is NSK. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is another edition of Industry Loop. I hope you got yourself a copy of the new era, because that should be standard every single day, especially on Fridays when we drop that's the Industry Loop, the concept itself, since we've been doing it since 2014. Now, today's talent, today's guest, again, man of many talents, is a man that is a hustler. He understands the game inside out, but most importantly, he's one of Namibia's finest actors. Marvtown, Abuti Mervin Klassen. Aye, how are you? It's Uhile.
Warring.
Kushab. Hey, click.
Let's not speak languages that
we don't.
No,
yeah.
Now, thank you, man. Thank you for having me here. I appreciate you overshowering me with.
Overshower way.
Oh my God.
No, sir. Listen, quick story, right? Quick story. I was an infant. I was this thin. I did not have these arms. Okay. This man right here was one of very few people when I came to Windhoek in 2009, 2010 that said, listen, maybe this lighty here from Movish Bay, he may have something. He may have something. And so he inadvertently, without him even knowing, tutored me. He became a mentor without even him knowing that he is someone that I look up to in terms of the space of theater, the space of film. You know what I mean? So I want to start off by saying thank you.
Yeah.
I have the awards that I have today right in front of you here because of you. Because of you, because of Uncle David Javera the late, because of Uncle Joe. It's because of the three of you that I am here, that I have this seat. So thank you, Puta. Let's start there first. Let me give you your flowers, please.
Thank you, my brother. While I'm alive.
While you're alive, please. But I'm telling you this right now on camera. Thank you, Puta.
In actual fact, NSK, I need to say the same also. I need to say thank you to everyone that has been in our lives, that also sometimes thinks and believes that, okay, these are the people that we look up to. Because those are the people that inspires us more to do better than what we did yesterday. So you have also inspired me on this journey. And every time I look at you, I feel so proud, man. And then I can also say, oh, I have been with him, man. We started this journey together, You're one of the first guys that I also directed a theater play, a huge theater play. We almost took Scoop an award also.
Yes, we did, yeah.
With our own play, not a play that anyone else. We were the only guys that were actually nominated with our own play that we wrote. Other people wrote other things.
But it's fine.
Yeah, we're not talking about it. But we came in with our own thing and we almost scooped an award. And I'm super proud of you, man. Right from the beginning, you're not only talented, but you're very disciplined. You're committed, to make the difference. And I appreciate you for that, my brother.
And that's why you had to be on this podcast. That's why you had to be here, because we need to talk about it. Merv, listen, in my research, when I was skinnering about you, with the people in the Lokshin, you know what I mean? The people that know you, that grew up with you. People say that you were always the life of the party. People say that you were always, not loud, but you were always vibrant. You were always competitive. Walk us through that journey, Puta. Where did you finish high school? And what sparked the love for arts?
Me growing up was a little bit dear mekar. You know what I mean? Because I have stayed at different places, different houses, different towns. I've schooled at different schools. And every environment comes with its own opportunities, So when I stayed in Arandis, I was one of the best athletes in the Erongo region.
100 meter, 200 meter?
Long distance.
Long distance, okay.
Yeah, I was a donkey.
Is you a donkey?
And I also started doing music at a very young age. I started writing for choirs. Then I moved to Ochivarango. Ochivarango was a totally different environment again. I started doing soccer. I was actually very good at it. And then there's the
Mighty Ganas of Madi of the day, small social spanner.
It was Musalaitiki.
Not
But I took soccer very seriously, and then I met this teacher. He's a principal now, I believe, at Donade Shule Chivarango. He believed in me so much that I could do music. He would take me out of class and would go sit and he would play the piano and just say, "Eken, you said what more you sing net." Then I would sing with him, and Benge was his name.
Benge, okay.
So it's still his name, So when I came to Windhoek, and I played soccer, but then the opportunity of theatre presented itself.
In the capital now?
In the capital.
Okay.
Grade 11, 12, I met Severis Majid.
Severis Majid?
Severis Majid. Peister. He's also the writer, the famous writer of Lami Biekus, very famous.
I know. That's why I was saying the name is very familiar. Yeah.
No, he's a legend to me. He's a living legend. He's a pastor now, and he decided, I love theater so much, but I also love God. I want to give my attention to God. So he became a pastor, and fully a pastor, and he neglected the industry. But I know that
and we might need him back.
he itches some or the other time.
Yeah.
Because this is an industry that you can never fully leave without itching for it. So ever since my high school, grade 11, 12, I started acting with him. Theater and acting has taken me out of Namibia. I went to Germany. I played all over Germany. I went to Finland also. I've given a part of workshops in terms of African theater. I left for France. I was in France for training more on clowning, which is also another
aspect of you again. You see the talent.
And then I started doing theater. Clowning was very intense. I played all over France, or rather most of the towns in France. And I came back, and I'm here, man. And then I continued with theater. In films, I started doing music again. After such a long time, I decided, I'm going to do Damara Punch and punch the music. So it has been a journey, and not only have I been in music, I've been into a lot of community activities. My brother, I'm busy. Busy. I've been managing dancers
as well. Yes,
I've been musicians. I've been writing songs for some of these guys.
Which brings me to something that I have debates about all the time, right, Mervyn? And you don't know me. I'm very combative when it comes to these debates. And some of the things that I've always say with my fellow industry friends is, in Namibia, it's impossible to sit on one craft and hope that one craft will pay your bills. You, like you said, you're a professional clowner. No, not clowner, but you have the expertise in terms of clowning. You have expertise in terms of marketing. You manage Hosalas, and you are the founder of Hosala Entertainment, where you do activations all around the country for different clients. You write music. You won the Gaisa Star Search 2022. 2022. Congratulations on that, by the way. And you performed on the stage this year again, just to show them, hey, I'm still here. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many aspects of you, and there's so many things that you need to do, and you still do. Is that unfair towards Namibian creatives compared to when you look at South African creatives, who a guy can be a radio presenter
and he can only live off it.
He lives off it, gets paid $40,000 per month, maybe gets an odd gig here and there. Or a guy is a professional actor. You know, he just plays for Siva Dalan or for, do you understand? And that's what he does. He goes to set every day, and that is his day job. Is that unfair towards us as Namibian creatives?
I mean, before really jumping to the answer of saying that it's unfair, we need to look at the market that we have. No, South African as the population, sometimes population plays an immense role within this type of things. NSK, say for instance you are an artist, a certain type of music, you ask $50, but at the end of the day you just have 23 people that came to your show. On the others, the population is extra there. You know, you can ask the same money and you will at least have 2,500 people coming there, even if the
consistently,
consistently, and they always have activities going on. I always say that consistency pays off. Here in Namibia, we have very limited activities that is quite consistent. It is unfair, you know, because I believe that there is so much talent in Namibia. But the fact that you cannot live off one thing and one thing alone, it's very disappointing. And maybe that's one of the reasons I've already developed a strategy in the beginning that you need to have expertise in certain fields to intensify what you do. Because, you know, I come from a marketing background. I come from a brand and a communication strategy background. So me doing music, I can survive long run because I can employ what I know into certain things.
Yes, yeah.
And you know, it's tough. It's tough here in Namibia, and it's unfair in Namibia because I believe that even if we don't have a huge population, we have a lot of organizations. We have the government. We have ministries that are responsible for artists. I believe that they can really invest funds and strategies within the artist development, and they can do more. I strongly believe that they can do more, and I also believe that not only them but we as artists can do more in terms of learning from what we need to do to survive, and not just expect to survive from our talent alone, but to employ strategies that can grow us as artists.
You know what? I want to press you a little bit more about the governmental interest when it comes to artistry. But before we get to that, I want you to tell us your award-winning performance at the Gaisa Star Search. Just quickly tell us about that performance, and if that song is available online or visuals thereof, so that we can play it, please.
Gaisa. Before I tell you the song, let me tell you the strategy of me winning that competition.
Yeah.
Like I say, I come from different backgrounds. I come from a theater background, from managing dances, etc., and advising, sitting and choreographing dances, etc. So you sit down and you tell yourself, I don't have really a brilliant voice, but I'm a creative. And sometimes creativity wins the competition. How do I put that to work? That's how I won the competition. I believe that there were a lot of people that had beautiful voices, that always have beautiful voices. But if you don't have that killer strategy, you're not going to win. The song that made that night is called Kurisen.
Kurisen.
Kurisen. People can say Kurisen. Marvtown. Marvtown. It has over 200,000 views. You know, it has been over a year now.
Oh yeah.
And it's still growing. I've made new music that still needs to come out. Dangerously, my brother. Yeah. So the song is there on YouTube. You can find it there.
Look at his smile. Yeah. Let's take that small break. Let's check out this song. It's a Friday, and you know for a fact this is what we do, all right? We just checked out something incredible by Marvtown. This is the song that won him that competition. And like I said, this man is a winner. Okay, one way or another, he finds a way to win. Inspirational stuff. Abudi Murph, let's continue with our conversation. Now, before the break, we spoke about, or you mentioned, that the powers that be, the government, our line ministry, arts directorate, more can be done. Yeah. Do you understand? If you look at the bigger structure, Mervyn, the budget allocation, first of all, that comes to our ministry for the work that we do as artists, number one. And the fact that we are under a conglomerate of others, sports, arts, and culture. In conversations, they would tell you that their hands are limited. So when you are saying that they can do more, please explain it to us.
They're not doing anything that I need to just mention that. I know that I've always been keeping track of what National Arts Council have been doing, which also falls part of the arts culture.
Yes.
Yeah. Or rather arts, to be more exact, is that I know that previously they have been giving out grants once in a while, yearly, but now they're doing, it's more aggressive now. You can see it comes out twice a year or 3 times a year now. And the reason why I say more can be done, it's that we just don't look at once-off projects that can sustain artists for a month, but looking at sustainable projects that can really grow artists and put artists into position where they can now sustain themselves. Not only a once-off gig, but rather it's like when film commission needs to fund for film, for a movie, rather fund them for series, so that it's a continuous job employment for the next person, not just a once-off thing. So I believe that they can do more in terms of, if they don't have the necessary funds, we have a lot of corporate companies. I just think that we need to put strategies in place that corporate companies need to invest more within the arts industry, because artists are the designers, artists are the fashion people, artists are the ones that can market your products. The marketing concept comes from artists. If you're an artist, it's a whole lot of creative world. It's not just acting, it's not just you that does the music, but it's the guy that can draw, it's the guy that can design, it's the guy that can make for you, the tailor. It's a whole world of art. So there is more that can be done if we put ourselves into the creative shoes of how we can get the necessary funds to source this world. We can have more color and more growth within the industry.
Why are we not on Netflix?
We are on Netflix, but we're very limited on Netflix. There's this one,
Bahu and the Giants.
Yeah, was on Netflix. Yeah, that I have seen. I don't know that the movie that we played, Zula Boys, brilliant movie that we shot in Favorand with Mr. Vixen Hangula, one of my favorite directors also. Has the potential to go also on Netflix, but I just don't know the logistics behind as to why we're not there yet. We're still finding ways to do so. But I believe, especially the last movies that we shot, especially last year, towards the end of last year, they deserve a slot on Netflix. They really do, because they are of good quality. But we need to it's all about consistency. We need to put consistent quality work out there without ceasing, so that there is trust from other industries to accommodate us, so that we just don't submit once in a while thing and keep quiet.
Now, Marvtown, just real quick.
Yeah, bro.
Now that we're on the subject of Netflix, do you ever go on Netflix and you see some of the stuff there and you think, but ons better productions? Like, do you ever look at some of those productions and you think, man, we have better stuff? You know what I mean? But within that same space, whose fault is it that the things are not on Netflix, Buta?
My brother, I really look at stuff. Yes, I do see stuff and think, but we ought to be out there, because number one, we have brilliant directors. You know, I can name them. We have brilliant directors in Namibia that are quite creative.
Top 3? Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
I'm not gonna do that because I have worked with a lot of them.
All of them. Yeah.
So it will be a little bit unfair because every guy comes with his own
style,
vision.
Yeah.
And they do best in whatever they do, and they have their own strategies they employ. So, my guy, and we have brilliant actors. We have. I have seen some of them that I look at sometimes and myself say, "You good?" You know. We just maybe geographically disadvantaged, but we are good. We are good, and even the quality of what we do, the quality of the sound that I listen to, it's of greatness, my brother. I tell you, and we deserve to be there. Whose fault is it? I don't know.
Is it no? Because I asked you this question, Marvtown, in the sense of,
to be honest,
in the sense of, is it
no.
us as a population, as people, do we not care, or is it the powers that be, or is it corporate, or is it only the directors who are not submitting these things?
No, it is the one who owns responsibility to the product itself. You know, because you can put your stuff out there. It's all about the one that manages the production at the end of the day and owns the rights to it. What do you do with what you have created? That is the main question. Because what do I do with my song? Because I have every right to put my song on YouTube, you know. But I know there are processes in terms of Netflix. They look at different qualities. There are implications that they are looking at. But I mean, Babu and the Giants is on Netflix, my brother. What tells you that other productions cannot go to Netflix? Is it that we have poor connections? Is it that we don't know the right strategies in terms of how we need to get our stuff out there? Is it that we lack understanding of how we need to market and sell our products? So it is the one that sits at the end of the day with a finished product that probably fails taking it to Netflix.
So Showmax via MultiChoice launched a Namibia to the World project where over 13 films were shot in conjunction with NBC, the national broadcaster. And I mean, the films are out now. They are out on Showmax. I mentioned that because I want to ask you the next question. Do you think Namibians care?
Okay, now we need to specify whether Namibians that care are we talking about the people that looks at the film, the supporters, or the ones that produces?
No. Ordinary Namibian, ordinary police, ordinary Scotties. Do they care to think, oh, we've got a Namibian films, we've got 14 Namibian films on Showmax.
They do.
Do they care?
They do. They do care. You know, I mentioned that consistency is key to growth. Earlier I said we have not been consistent with our film industry. Sometimes you will see people care when you are constant with something. Certain things are new. This is the first time that we probably had 13 films shot within a very short time frame.
This is the Showmax or DSTV. Yeah.
People have lost faith within the Namibian film industry. You know, they don't know of Namibian films. They don't know whether Namibians are doing films. It's just once in a while that we say, oh, once in a movie, you know. So it's not that they don't care. It's just that they don't know that we're doing it because we have not been constant within this industry. But once we become constant, we can get that pride again that we're doing our own things. And everything that we do, we need to push it in a way that we need our Namibians to support, because what we do is our pride. It's who we are. It tells our stories. So we need to be constant so that the support that people will show that they care is also constant, because it's unfair for us to think that people don't care but we don't show anything, that we have not been constant.
One of the challenges that I always have is when I share movie trailers, people ask me, where can I watch it? I don't have an answer for that. How do we fix that?
I mean, look at the 13 films that that we spoke about now. A lot of people don't have Showmax or DSTV. They have NBC, they have their Go TV.
Yes.
You know, they don't, some of the channels, they only have limited amount of channels. How do we accommodate that other guy that does not have the DSTV or that does not have Showmax? So, instead of just having that platform, air these things around maybe. Go to Katutura, set up the venues for people. Let people
Screenings
come and
and so on.
they have screenings. Let people watch these things, whether they can contribute a $20 Namibian or a $30 Namibian. Let people watch more. Create the most comfortable ways that people can reach content instead of just platforms that most of us cannot reach.
Now, before I let you go, Mervyn, on this very same platform, in the chair that you are sitting right now, we've had Jericho. And we told Jericho, you have the potential to fill a stadium. Do it, sir. We had Leonard Verbian. And we told Leonard Verbian, my friend, you have the potential to be an international news anchor. Do it, my friend. Do you want to do it? He said, you know what? Now that you have planted the seed, why can I not water it? Today, on Industry Loop, we are telling you, Puta, you are one of very few actors in this country that can stand next to Will Smith, that can stand next to Denzel Washington, that can stand next to Kaluuya and all these brilliant actors.
And Jim Carrey.
Do you want that, Puta? Is it a dream that you have, or is it a thing of ons is toch in onze Namibia, so right now we will end it here? Is it a dream that you have?
I've told myself that the geographical destination is not going to define where I want to be in life, my brother. Thus, even with I have a lot of experience in acting, I took this also to a theoretical level. I will be finishing my honors degree in drama, in acting. I want to take this far as possible. And by that, my brother, I always tell myself that my face belongs all over, you know. The guy that you see here, once he's on set, is a totally different guy. If I come on set,
he's too soft-spoken, guys. I've worked with this man. Like, he's too soft-spoken right now. You must see him on set.
So, once I'm on set, I'm a different beast. I do the thing. I go all out. And I just don't go all out because I love what I do. I love what I do, yes. But I want to take what I do to an international, worldwide level. My brother, I want to do it.
So,
time will tell.
So what we're going to do now is, we're going to do that thing that I personally hate. We're going to improv.
You and I.
You and I.
You like to put us on spot. Don't do that.
Let's improv.
Give us.
Let's show Namibia that there's talent here. Let's show Namibia that we are worth it. What are we doing? What are you thinking? What comes top of mind?
We have newspapers. Take that newspaper. Yeah. So we're going to improv a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
There is an article about our company.
Okay.
You have messed up.
Yes, I have.
And because I told you to take care of certain business, now this thing is in the newspaper. You are the CEO, I'm the boss. And I read that
you are the chairman of this company.
Slept with a very young lady that you're not supposed to sleep with. You're a married man, and now our company name is here. So we're going to take that.
Let me start it off for you.
Okay, you want to start off?
Let me start it off for you.
Okay.
Chris, we may have some unflattering news in the newspapers today.
It's a beautiful day, man. Don't come up with that nonsense. It's a beautiful. What news?
I know we've spoken about this before. You told me to nip this in the bud, but I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Look, I can explain. Listen.
There's nothing to explain, man. For God's sake.
Look, I mean, she even came on to me, Chris. Like and she's over the age. Like she's 19 now. It's.
I told you, everything you do, everything, you are a damn CEO of this company. Everything you do falls back to our company. Now the CEO of Hosela Enterprise is the CEO of Capital Letters with my company name. I have warned you and told you, stay away from this young girl. You're telling me she's 19. You have a wife. You have beautiful kids. You go around with these young girls. You're telling me she's 19. Do your mathematics, man. Look at what the newspaper says. 15 years old. 15 years old.
Listen, we can fix this.
No,
we can get on top of it. We can get the PR team on top of it. We can there's no such thing as bad publicity, Chris. We can fix this. Listen, we can bring her in the company. We can spin it and make her the face of the company. Chris, listen to me. Look, we can get on top of this, Chris.
Take your and move and get out of my company.
Don't do that, Chris. We've come a long way, Chris. I've built this company with you, Chris.
Leave. If you know what's good for you, just leave.
It's been 15 years, Chris.
Leave, man. Leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh man. Oh my goodness, we even had the mic falling here and stuff. Oh my goodness, Marvtown, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you, my man, and we wish you all the best with all your adventures. And we will be keeping an eye on you. And yes, man, listen, you need to be in Hollywood, you need to be in South Africa, and we will be praying for you and we will be rooting for you as a country.
Thank you, my brother.
Until the next loop, leave it here on the new era. Yes, we got a little carried away, but that's the beauty of acting. Until the next one, we say GMTM.
Take care.
That's a wrap.
Kampala, yeah, kama vwada katu katali.